Doctor Who, Season 1, Episode 5, Dot and Bubble.
Eat the rich. Eat the
Yeah,
rich.
literally. God, how did I not see that before?
I was at it the con I was at this weekend. There was a the entire con, it was a My Little Pony con. Everybody chanted like anything. I actually got them to start chanting "Let's all chant" one time. But my nephew in the middle of the vendor hall was showing one of the vendors this fan art that he found from Dot Bubble with the slug eating the girl. And the caption underneath said, "Eat the rich." And so he started a chant, "Eat the rich, eat the rich." The entire vendor hall started chanting it.
Nice.
Because, I mean, aside from the fact that they probably taste spoiled, I mean, good source of protein.
You know, Doctor, I feel your pain. Some people are just too stupid to be saved.
I mean, it's kind of like he is way nicer than I would have been. I would have been like, fine, fuck you too.
Well, you can't free a fish from water.
True. And it's like, wait, you still want to work for the company that is trying to kill you? Okay. Sure.
I mean, I think it's more just blatant racism for them.
Yeah, well, it's a mix of racism and classism, which
Yeah.
are often sort of intertwined. And so, but well, the whole thing is they're in their bubble, and the whole thing is, talking about, being in a bubble. Both they showed them literally walking by somebody dying and not noticing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's
I mean, with people
caring.
on their phones lately, people on their phones are just like that though in modern times, like this current day.
It's
Like,
both.
just,
It's both also talking. There's also a social media aspect to this whole thing.
yeah.
Oh,
Like
definitely.
hiding from the slugs that are eating other people by focusing your feed on, oh, I only want to see what I want to see, and so you block out the giant slug tardigrade thing that's eating the person who's sitting right next to you. You're literally in a bubble. It couldn't be more on the nose. It's like you're literally in a bubble.
It's still a better allegory than some of them.
True.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a
no,
bad
I mean,
way of talking about it. It's just sort of, it's kind of funny that it's so on the nose.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I used to like YouTube videos of a whole bunch of like stuck up, influencers and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, they're pretty much like that.
Yeah, the only side that I don't think they really like, they had like the bubble thing. This episode was mostly aimed at socioeconomic stuff, like class.
Yeah.
But it also, what it missed, I think, to a certain, but if you're going to also make it a social media thing, is rage bait. Like some of it is just, oh, I'm just going to see the things that make me happy. There is that. There is a blinder bit on that. There's also, because social media also puts you in a
interaction farming.
Yeah.
Basically, like, this is it's like those where they're literally just clickbait.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is like social media basically has two extremes to keep you on there. Give you what you want to see or give you something that's going to make you very angry. That's giving something that will trick you into watching it that you will like. And that side of the algorithm that has the problem of puts blinders on you. And then rage bait often misleads you and keeps you on there because you're so mad at it. And so that keeps you watching it because you're mad. And so there's the middle ground kind of like it's it's not very profitable for them to show you something that you're not either going to watch all of because well we want you watching so we can get our ad money, or rage inducing, which will keep you focused because you want to, you're
Correct
angry.
it.
Yeah, you're angry and you want to talk about it. You want to engage in it, engage with it because you have an opinion and it's made you angry. And anger is another thing. Like enjoyment will keep you on there, sure,
Yeah.
but a little rage bait will also keep you locked into it, and you have to be really careful with social media on that because they will serve you up rage bait, and it will serve you up, you know, uh, stuff. It'll, stuff that puts you in a bubble, and you won't see outside your bubble. They won't show you, and the rage bait will be flavored for your bubble, and so you see only what you agree with and the thing that's going to piss off people that you agree with. And so, you know, so getting outside of that bubble is tricky on social media to not fall into either just watching stuff you agree with and or rage bait designed for your group, or falling into but getting like genuinely you know a different opinion. It can be difficult because that that's not something that they're ready to sell you. They want you as angry or as happy as possible, nothing in between. Reasonable conversations are harder to have because they're not profitable.
I don't like fall for rage bait that much, but I do love watching other people fall for it. I find it kind of funny.
But yeah, it's a
Yeah, some of
thing.
those conversations are fascinating to watch. Just like what's really funny though is you get these rage baiters, and then then you get the nice people, or the people who are reasonable, who are like, I never thought about it that way, and just like holding a genuine conversation with it and like being respectful. And then you get those the rage trolls who are like, wait, you're supposed to be mad. And it's like, no, you're right. And it's like, what? What?
Yeah.
Not supposed to be, you're not supposed to say I'm right. You're supposed to be angry.
But yeah, that's the social media thing. But like the rage bait wasn't there. But I think this was wildly more about class
Yeah.
with some racism possibly thrown in there, but mostly because it's kind of it's hard to pull those apart. So
Yeah.
sometimes, a lot of times, but it's hard to pull those apart. So, was she, dismissive of the doctor at the end because, it's like, no, go away. Was it because of class or was it because of racism? Because you notice there's not a lot of diversity in this town.
At all.
There's not a lot of diversity,
I mean,
which is
there's
of
like
something that
there's like maybe 3 people who have something other than fair hair, like the other than blonde, blue-eyed people.
yeah. And with something like with someone like Davies behind it, it's like Davies likes, if there's gonna be a crowd shot, he's gonna have lots of different kinds of people there. And so if it's a generic crowd shot, he's going to have a variety of people there. And so to the fact that it's striking because there's only really kind of one type of people here, like that's
Very telling in and of itself.
yeah. So it's either just because it could be a combination of actual like racism, or it could also be just racism on the face of it. They don't want to let non-white people in, or like
Because
because society is so racist in this society that the only people who make it up to that sort of level in the socioeconomic the class situation, the only people that make it up to that situation are white people in this thing. So there's probably racism one way or the other. It's just a matter of, is it overt, or is it just because of the way society is in this society. And so that's the sort of idea, is just you know turn off your bubble every once in a while, look around, see how people are struggling. People are being eaten by slugs all the time. And
I mean, what kind of city do you live in?
well, metaphorically, they're being eaten right next to you, and you're not caring.
You
I mean, if I can't see it, it's not there.
Yeah, that's essentially one of the main thrusts of this is you put the bubble up. Is I mean, that's one of the things she does when she notices the slugs. She puts it up and tries to once she sees the slug, she tries to retreat into her bubble and use the social media to sort of keep herself calm and sort of relax herself and kind of wash that idea away. But she can't. It's there now. It's in her head, and she knows it's there. So once it sort of pierced her bubble, it was in her head, and she couldn't shake it that easily. I mean, she ends up not caring a lot in a lot of the situations, but
oh yeah, no.
But
At one point, I kind of wish she would die.
One point?
A bunch of points.
She
Especially when
was.
she betrayed that nice guy, like the only
I
one common
know, like
sense.
well, that was the thing about that. I was like, okay, he's too nice. He's too
Oh,
good.
I knew he was gonna die.
I was like,
yeah.
he's like my thought was he was gonna turn on her, or he was gonna turn out to be a jerk. But like, no, he was genuinely
A good
that
person.
nice, at least as far as we can tell.
It's
He was
like-
genuinely that nice, and then like, nope, she's
God,
she.
no, it was like so sad. He just stares at her. It's like, why?
And he was so betrayed. It's like right before his head got blown through. But it's like his name is Combs. He changed his name to September when he reached 5 million followers, but his name is Combs. His last name is Combs. C comes before P. Like, you traitor.
Yeah.
I would have just.
But
I know it's gonna die, but I just would have raised like my two fingers, like fuck you.
But
Yeah.
the yeah, but it's also like, oh, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought.
Choo choo.
Yeah, he was genuinely just nice, and he was one of the ones that you know got out of his bubble. He didn't leave his room, so he wasn't as well thought out, but like he could actually move around without the arrows.
I know. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, how long do you have to be using something like that? Because of course they weren't using it since birth. So how long do you have to use something like that before you forget how to walk like a normal person?
how long do you have to use something like that before you can walk like an Egyptian?
And Dr. P was okay.
I know,
Like,
that's just like weird.
Hmm.
But I mean,
yeah,
I mean, if he were AI, which he
Yeah.
clearly, because I thought he was AI until you see him on the dead list, which just makes it super weird. The fact that you have some random dude just like, you know, watching your urine count.
yeah, it's
You're
like,
in trouble.
Freak.
yeah, well, I think the idea is you have so ascended your mind away from the physical world. You put so many layers of things between you and the physical world around you that you don't even think about it. It's an extra layer of, oh, I don't even, you know, I don't even, I'm so, disconnected from my own body. I'm just a head in basically a head in a jar, essentially. And I just,
Oh, that's not a jar. That's a handbag. I mean, what?
Shut up. Okay, so now maybe it was like something else, but you notice how they literally okay again it might have been something else, but you notice how they have literal blue blood.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Like,
noticed that too.
I was like, wait, what? I was thinking that same thing. It's like, wait,
Yeah.
is that their blood
Or did they like spill like a smoothie or something? But
or
like
was that the or was that like slime from the creatures or
yeah, but it's like the only time we saw it. So it's like they literally have blue blood, as in the rich blue blood. I don't know, I thought that was kind of funny. Oh,
or maybe they're just, either, sliming, or they're not human. And so,
oh yeah.
but they look human or Time Lordish because humans look Time Lordish, not the other way around. So
Yeah.
they would also look Time Lordish.
Or I was gonna say brain fart. We saw the old lady again, but this time
they
they're starting
recognize?
to realize that wait, we've seen her before.
Yeah, it's like she was the face on the ambulance. No, I saw her somewhere else. She served me tea.
Yeah, we get rid of. Oh my god. Okay. So three series. It could be an older Ruby. Could be the master. Doing anything ever reveal, honestly.
It's just, there's no telling. It could be another one of these from the pantheon, that Maestro and the uh, game, Neil Patrick Harris.
Toy maker.
Toy maker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just my brain just went
No,
on
you
what
you
to.
were talking right over me when I said it.
Oh, sorry.
I'm like toy maker, and you're like, yeah. What's his name? Neil Patrick Harris. I'm like, I just said toy maker.
Yeah, but
uh,
yeah, it could be that. Could be another one of those. Could be like,
or
yeah.
maybe it's one of the Doctor's reincarnations in the future.
It's another version of the Valiard.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Or just, some Time Lord that we haven't seen in a while,
The
popping
Robbie.
up in a different
I hope.
form,
I mean,
or
that,
or a brand new one.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the meddling monk.
Oh my
In
god,
this
that'd be
case, the
hilarious.
meddling nun.
That
I
would be
I
hilarious.
would love to see the monk come back. I mean, I love him in the audios, and he was fun in his original showing. I would love to see him come back.
Yeah. The fact that she's showing up in so many different places, like that's it's
That's
Davy,
more of
so
a master type thing or something like that.
yeah, with Davies, he's like it's this bad wolf all over again.
Yeah.
It's like is she like
Maybe she's Ruby's mom.
and also one of the maestro and toy maker, one of those types, but she's very slow about how she works, and she's not as in your face about what she's doing. She just sort of seeds herself throughout time, and then just sort of messes with the Doctor and Ruby,
Yeah.
or or again, she's actually Ruby's mother, and then in that case, that has all sorts of things, the implications for Ruby.
No, it's Ruby's mother, but Ruby's mother is Rose Tyler. She came back.
Oh God, no! Stop! Get rid no! I
Well, I mean,
I'm
look at
so
the
tired
timeline.
of Rose Tyler.
Okay, so like she's early 20s.
And the one who waits is the other timeline's doctor, but he turned evil.
But no, I don't think the timeline works out unless, well, no,
No,
it
because
doesn't work out. But
You're talking about the timeline doesn't work in a show about time travel.
yeah, but he means like age range and stuff
yeah, for
because
Rose and Ruby,
Ruby is what 18
I have no idea.
and
She's
or so,
at least.
I mean,
yeah,
like Rose in the future when she's, older and comes back or whatever.
yeah, but the thing is, Rose doesn't have time travel on her own.
Yeah, but she's with the clone of or whatever it was of
Yeah, but
Doctor.
Meta Doctor doesn't have a doesn't have a TARDIS.
He's not the only one that has time travel. Other aliens do too. You can just steal it from one of them.
I mean, she does work for Torchwood,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Torchwood's motto is "If it's alien, it's ours."
Yeah, so.
But yeah, it's so I don't think it's gonna be the time does.
Again, that was a joke theory. I'm still on the one who waits his death.
But
Yeah.
Oh no. Huh. Now I'm wondering. Okay, so like the other timeline, yes, it does have like the clone of the Doctor, but do you think there's an original Doctor in that universe, like one that actually does have a TARDIS?
I don't know because I I doubt it because I think there was mention of how the TARDIS the Doctor had to jump between timelines because he is from like only the prime timeline has the Doctor as like Time Lords or something along those lines.
Fair enough.
there's no telling.
Yeah.
I know when he went to E-Space, he N-Space. He there were no Time Lords.
Yeah. I find it funny that you annoy a computer or AI or whatever is controlling, the dot bubble things, where it wants to kill you. Like, you're so annoying that hears you every single day that it's like, you know what? You need to die.
Can you blame it?
I can't. I can't blame it.
There is no there is I could not blame the AI for that. I wanted to kill them and I was only watching them for like 20 minutes.
Okay, so what did she say the age range was?
17 to 26,
7?
27, something like
I
that.
think that's what it was.
Okay. She definitely looked like she was on the far end of 27.
It's the makeup.
I know.
Makes them all look like older whores. I mean, what?
Okay.
Hey. Sometimes makeup's good if you know how to put it on right. Although, I mean, now I have to ask, how in the hell did she put on that makeup if she's in her bubble?
I mean, the bubble the bubble shows her how to put it on.
Oh, no. I just realized something. She woke up with that makeup on. Who sleeps in their makeup?
Psychos?
Yeah, fair
We
enough.
know she is a psycho.
Yeah,
Maybe it advanced like sort of a tattoo makeup,
oh god.
and they have a way of like tattooing it on and then removing it when
I know you're not joking
styles
because tattoo
change.
makeup exists.
What?
Tattoo makeup actually does exist.
Yeah, so it's that
Yeah,
sort of thing.
somebody got their eyeball tattooed
I
and it got infected, and it's like, gee,
God.
is
wonder why.
anyone surprised?
Yeah, I wanted to really punch her. Not just like after, she had that guy killed. But when she's like, "Oh, I just met the nicest guy ever." It's like, "You're a bitch."
Yeah, when she's like, oh, he insisted on going back to save other people. He was such a great guy. It's like, you are a psycho.
Yeah, it's an
Legit.
interesting change of pace where the person they're trying to save you don't necessarily want to save.
And
It's the
he
right
was
thing to do to
still
try and save her, but you're like she's
and he was still trying to save her when she was
yeah.
like a total bitch.
Sorry, I just remember the line, and I was totally with him on this. It's like, "Oh, this is the best day ever." It's like thousands of people are getting eaten. Like,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, but
It's like, oh my god. Oh, dude, you. If you survived, you would have been a great doctor's companion.
no, him, yeah.
Yeah, him, not her. Fuck her. He probably would have
No,
been
I
like,
would not.
no, he probably would have been like, yeah, I'm joining this guy.
Oh yeah, he would have been like, cool. You're a lesser person. Okay. There's no such thing as lesser people.
Yeah. In fact, probably some other people would have followed him too, because he's like some famous singer or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to warn you people, but my videos kept on getting deleted. Like, I
Well,
love
I
the
mean,
dog.
they probably were getting
Oh
deleted
no, they
because
were, they
like,
were, they were.
Yeah, the AI was like,
Yeah.
nope.
Oh god, I love the doctor though. It's like, hey, I blocked you. Unblock. But I played
unblock,
over. It's like,
honey.
I don't
I
care.
I I love the unblock, honey. Like, I muted you. Unmute, honey. It's like,
Okay,
wow.
so I have to ask, what does them being in the same room have to do with them scamming or whatever? It's like, so they're in the same room.
I think it was more of the fact that they were acting like, oh, my friend here, my friend over there, and she's like, your friend is in the same room as you. Why are you in a different panel?
It's like, hey, hey. I think okay, not really this like episode, but in general, I don't know why. Like, I know the episode's like 43 minutes long, but for some reason, these episodes have felt kind of short. You never know they're
Well,
long.
I think it's, you've been messed with by Chibnall's writing, and this is actually well-paced Doctor Who, and so that's throwing you.
And not only that, but the stories themselves, like a lot of these stories could be like 15-minute shorts, but they're written in such a way to extend it and well done. Not this one particularly, but I mean, boom, come on. That could have been a 15-minute short.
Oh yeah.
73 yards. Again, could have been a 15-minute short.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these could have been cut down drastically and still been good. But even extending them, it doesn't take away from the overall storyline or like, sometimes when they add stuff, it just feels like it's dragging on.
Yeah.
This time, these don't. Like, they added stuff that enhanced the story. So I think that's what it is. A lot of these, the premises are so light that it's just like, this could have been a 15-minute story. So it feels shorter because the story itself is shorter, like lighter.
Yeah, I mean, no complaints about it. Like, I still like.
Oh no, it's still good.
Oh yeah.
It's just it the premise lends itself to a smaller medium. Yeah. But I mean, I love a happy medium anyway.
Yeah.
But another thing that I find interesting about this is the Doctor and Ruby, like, this is another Doctor Light episode to a certain extent. Like, I'm just thinking through the filming for this. Like, most of it is this one actress talking to herself, wandering around talking to herself. It's like there's like she goes to work, nobody's there. She gets up and you have her friend group that she's talking to, but all the filming of this was her in this one, like, sort of this area and walking around talking to herself, and then there's the going down and doing all the things with September, and that's a really short bit, and then go down to where everybody was gathered at the end there, and that's the only time that all of them, like, other than her, we actually see, not in a bubble, not in like most of this could be filmed like with just a static cam and just filming straight to camera. Like, there's no, like, just get good lighting and then just boop. And so, like, the filming for this must have been quick, because it
kind of makes you wonder where they're saving up all their money for.
Oh, there's probably gonna be like a season finale, some big, huge 2-part episode with explosions and boom and bright flashy lights.
Yeah, or they're just
and the Ronnie.
They're maximizing profit at the moment. They're getting their money in, but they're keeping the costs relatively low. I mean, the CGI, they're still using a lot of CGI, but they're keeping the costs low so that they can make a lot more money off of it, and then take that money and reinvest it into the show. Make maybe a cheaper season up front, and then take that money and reinvest it into the show. And then once they've done that a few times, they can build up a nice little, collection of stuff, of things that they need, costumes, sets, all this sort of thing. They can build up those bit by bit and have the production company not have to, build up good stuff here and there, and that way, when they do want to spend money, it's a little more efficient or something.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh.
Let's see. Anything else?
Mm.
I mean, the alien slugs ate the
Were
whole
cute.
planet. Toby exists on there.
I mean,
It's like,
I can't
honey,
blame them, though.
it's like, honey, no, we're it. This is us. And none of us know how to hunt or survive out in the wild, so we're all gonna die, but yet we're dumbasses and we're still going out.
Well,
we can't put
what's-
one foot in front of the other, but man, we're gonna
What's
conquer this wild wilderness.
what's the alternative? Go with somebody who's different. Ugh.
Okay.
That just pissed me off so much.
It's like
Like-
Doctor just like ah. Doctor just go on vacation.
I would too.
Well, I think that's the whole point of what 14 is doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's his
No, he's
collected
working with unit.
vacation.
He's working in unit.
Anything else you got?
No.
You Doc?
No. I'm just hoping for more unit in the later episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, and that could be also what they spent some money on. Is they spent some money on making the unit headquarters, and they're like, okay, we built this sort of command center, so we can use that again and again. You know, or at least they know where they can get that set, and you know, if they're using someplace else, you know, they can easily turn it into the unit set again.
And here's hoping that they bring maybe they made the set so that they can have a unit series.
Maybe. Anyway.
Hey, one can hope.
See you next week. Review of episode whatever it's called. That's where Doc comes in and says the name.
I didn't watch it because I was at a convention.
Okay, whatever the episode is called. See you next week.
All I know is it's kind of a Pride and Prejudice feel to it.
Oh, God, no. Anyways, bye-bye.